Imagine being blind. Can you do it? Can you close your eyes for a few minutes, exactly where you are right now? Then try to reach a place familiar to you. Try to point to that picture on the wall, to make yourself a coffee, to go to the bathroom. Everything becomes difficult, almost impossible. You lose the sense of space and distance. With time, even faces fade. I know this well. My mother, after a stroke, became blind at the age of 94. Her life changed radically. Although she recovered well physically, she now depends entirely on the consecrated woman who lives with her. Her eyes have become my mother's eyes, but they are not her own. They do not see what she thinks or would like to see, and so they often decide what my mother would have decided differently. Because being blind does not only mean not seeing, not reading, not writing. Above all, it means depending on others. And this is the hardest thing to accept. We know how difficult it is because of our pride to ask for help. But moments come when there is no other way. Then you have to call, ring a bell, or cry out, as my mother does. Cry out, as Bartimaeus did when he heard that Jesus was passing by. And today, as every day, Jesus is passing by with his disciples, that is, with the church right beside you. Are you suffering, closed in on yourself, attacked by frustration? Are you crushed by routine, or numbed by a situation that seems inevitable, sunk in a sad half-sleep, hoping for nothing? Courage. There is something good even in blindness. Do not be scandalized. There is the love of God in this darkness, even if it prevents you from seeing his work in you, in others, in history. This darkness mysteriously illumines the pride hidden in your heart. It is the cross that nails you to powerlessness and reveals the truth. You are not God. You need help. You cannot save yourself. You cannot give yourself life, joy, peace. You are a creature, not the Creator. You are a child, small and weak, not the father of yourself. So this blindness is a work of God's love. It brings you back to the threshold of paradise, to the intimacy with him for which you were created. What today makes you crash painfully against your limits? Illness, loneliness, old age, failure, betrayed love, unbearable work, grief, broken dreams, even the silence of God before your desires is not a punishment or a curse. It is the pedagogical love of a Father who educates us, who leads us out. Bartimaeus was not abandoned by God. God was with him, accompanying him through blindness to the decisive encounter with Jesus, as he is with my mother, preparing her for the eternal wedding feast with Christ, as he is with us through the crosses of our history, to lead us out of the deception about ourselves, born from the devil's original lie, and to make us notice Jesus passing by. So cry out with your whole being, from the depths of pain, ignoring the negative thoughts with which the devil wants to silence you and throw you back into despair. Cry out with the prayer of the heart. You do not have to do who knows what. Jesus does everything. He passes today exactly where you are. Through the preaching of the church, he enlightens your real poverty and places in you that small embryo of faith with which you can cry, "Son of David, Jesus, have mercy on me." Faith comes from preaching. It pierces the heart, as happened at Pentecost, and it sets free the sincere cry of the repentant child. At that moment the eyes of the heart open again, because the very history that seemed closed becomes luminous with hope. God has prepared the soil of your life through history and the cross, so that you may receive the visit of Jesus. Even the time that seems useless, grey, and empty is the fruitful womb preparing the encounter with the Lord. At his passing, Christ makes abundance overflow, so that we may be converted. And conversion means no longer turning to ourselves and to men, but turning to him, humbly begging for mercy. So let your heart be pierced and cry out. This truly free cry can stop the Lord, so that he may call you to pass with him through the Paschal mystery. What do you have to do that is more important? Cry out and listen to Jesus. By the power of his word, you can rise, come before him, and entrust your blindness to him. Courage, then. Leap to your feet, throw away the cloak of pride and false securities, and run to him. He is waiting to ask you the question every person hopes to hear. What do you want me to do for you? And you will know how to answer, Lord, let me see again. Let me see you, your love for me, your forgiveness, the gift of new life. Then you will regain the sight of faith toward your brothers and sisters, and you will see the footprints of his love in the history that leads you to heaven.